and she taught sciences in that school. She didn't stop at that. She's really wired for great multitasking talents. As she started teaching, she requested for her to start a trade. And by God's providence, we were able to take a shop in the market. She was already heavy at this point. She has taken in, and we were now trying to set up a shop in Minna Central Market, a feat that many young graduates today would not do. Thank you. Good evening, viewers. I'm delighted to welcome you back to my live videos. In the last episode, I told you about my marriage and the initial obstacles I faced and how God divinely intervened and made it reality and possible. And I stopped at the event of the traditional marriage and promised to tell you more about the blessings of God in my marriage. I can remember vividly that at the point I was going to wed, precisely on 30th April 1994, I could not say I was really prepared in terms of resources, prepared in terms of other logistics that were necessary for a good wedding. But I was determined in my heart to end bachelorhood and start a family life. And of course, I had joined Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship International, and of course have learned how to commit my programs and projects into the hand of God. So I saw the hand of God during the wedding. I got support from areas I least expected. In that wedding, my mother attended, my wife's mother and the father were all in that wedding, with a number of other relatives, particularly Professor E.J. Chuta, who's through his prophetic prayers that marriage had its foundation, was also there in attendance with the wife. So it was a full gospel wedding, in that I resisted every effort for me to do the wedding the normal social way they were done in Minna then. I remember some of my old friends saying, instead of me to talk about not having resources to buy alcohol, I now pretended to be born again and couldn't give them the kind of drink they would want to drink. But all to the glory of God, that wedding was done in a Christian way. And I thank God for that, because if I had married some years earlier, I would have done it the normal worldly way. So my marriage was founded on Christian and godly principles. And that also marked a turn of many other blessings that followed in the marriage. My wife was a young graduate She just finished youth service at the point where we got wedded. And after the wedding, of course, fully relocated to Minna. And there was need for her to have a work to do. So through the assistance of some of my senior officers in Housing Corporation, we were able to get her appointment in the Secondary Education Board. And she was posted to Boso School that was under a Reverend Father Cornell then. And she taught sciences in that school. She didn't stop at that. She's really wired for great multitasking talents. As she started teaching, she requested for her to start a trade. And by God's providence, we were able to take a shop in the market. She was already heavy at this point. She has taken in, and we were now trying to set up a shop in Minna Central Market, a feat that many young graduates today would not do. What were we selling in that shop? We were selling usual provisions, including things that she had to tie together for people to buy, and then packets of omo and things like that. That was a great humility she showed. And of course, that helped to stabilize us as a new family. Because I was a paid staff and she was a teacher, so we needed that extra income that came from that shop. The shop began to grow in leaps and bounds and favor, and up to today, anything my wife cannot sell, it will be difficult for any other person to sell. She has this gift of reaching out to people and people patronizing her in whatever she does. She is a better business woman than myself, being the man. And so she added a lot of benefits to my life. And she was also determined, even as a young girl or young lady, to make the marriage succeed in supporting at all times. She was always there to support, and we were really great partners in marriage, and we have remained so up to today. So that my wife would trade and then bring out of her trade money to say, when you are paying the next school fees, please add this to it. She did that up to the stage of my 3 young boys or 3 young men graduating. She kept supporting. She's also a great homekeeper. In those days, it was difficult to find house helps. But once you come to my house, you will think we have more than 2 house helps supporting. She had good upbringing in the area of taking care of the home. I have not for one day, except for fun when she's not around, washed my own clothes. Not these days of washing machine. She made sure with her bare hand she will wash my machine. I have a lot to talk about my wife, but I will just want to say that she was the great blessing that God, or she is the great blessing that God gave me, starting from the day we met till the day of marriage until today. She has been a great help and a great support, and I thank God for giving me her as a wife. Thank you, viewers. In the next episode, we will talk more about the blessings on the side of the children. God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, I told you, handing over your life to Jesus means an adventure. You are hearing for yourself. A wife is a gift from God. In the book of Proverbs, Solomon says, "He that findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and he obtains favor from God." That is what happened to Mr. Bonta. He didn't find that girl in a disco room. He didn't find that girl in a beer parlor. She was a God-sent blessing to his life. That is why you should put God number one in your life. Destiny that counts, destiny that leaves a blessing, is only in the hands of God. Do you know him? Is there any relationship between you and Jesus? The only way, the truth, and the life, the only access to God. Please consider your ways. Now put God number one. You see his finger in your life. Do not forget to subscribe to this our channel so you will get every video that we post. Also help us send these videos to your friends, and God will bless you for it. Thank you very much.